Just a little bit of, and a little bit of, because a little bit of, Hey, whoa, look at you.
Oh my gosh.
Look at you, world.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Gosh.
Absolutely stupendous.
I love what you've done with your hair. Really good looking.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Welcome to the rigmarole. Let's tell them what it is. What is the rigmarole?
Are you wondering? Because guess what? Here's a little breakdown for you. Long form, improvisational comedy show. It's not stand-up. You've heard of stand-up. This is not that. This is improv comedy. We will take your suggestions. At the beginning, we'll give you a few prompts. We will get suggestions from you. We'll select them. And then we will take 3 of those suggestions and turn them into a show. One suggestion will inspire the beginning of the show. One will probably inspire somewhere around the middle. And one will probably inspire towards the end third of the show. We don't necessarily pay them off exactly, but we do get inspired by them, and then we're free to branch out from there.
Once we take your suggestions and we start turning them into characters and scenarios and things that happen from these characters' lives, we use a couple different ways to make it clear what's happening. We do entrances and exits by turning our cameras off and on. And we can also leave a scene and come back in as a new character, so don't be confused by that. And Mark and I give ourselves the liberty of jumping into each other's characters. So if I establish a character and Mark later wants to play that character, watch for that, because that may be what's happening. Tell them about the bell, Mark.
This right here is a service bell, and the service it provides us tonight is knowing when a scene ends. So you'll hear that sound when we feel the need to start something new. We may be saying, this scene is over. KJ may be off screen, and he's saying, boom, I got a new idea. Anything to clear the screen and start anew is a reason you'll hear the bell.
So who's all playing tonight? Look at this guy right here. The historical and peppery Mark Little.
Oh!
Yes.
And with me tonight is the colonial and vivacious Kerby Joe Grubb.
Colonial vivacity was my second. I minored in it. Anyway, let's get to our prompts for the tonight. So get your typing fingers warmed up, y'all, because we got a question for you. What museum would you visit again and again?
That's right. Maybe just because you went there once and you're like, that wasn't enough. Mm-hmm. So I'd be willing to go again. This prompt is, of course, brought to you by the wonderful people at Rugs, rugs.com. If you need a rug and you're tired of the way your floor looks, you'd like to change it up, you'd like to add a little pizzazz. Perhaps everyone in your family is telling you you're not doing enough. Well, guess what? With rugs.com, you can be your best you. Get a rug today.
This month, Rugs.com is doing the Rugs for Thugs program, where they are sponsoring old gangsters, usually associated with some kind of mafia, therefore the thug, and they're trying to rehab their lives with a nice crocheted rug. So
that's right.
Participate today. It's a good cause.
There is a Sicilian gentleman named Herodo Viscali, and he is really turned over a new leaf, and we're really excited to see what Rugs is doing with him. A beautiful place.
Japanese flooding in while we're paying off our sponsors. Got to pay the bills, though, right?
We do. So we've got the Japanese Friendship Garden, a beautiful museum-esque place, some historical facts, the history of automotives.
Ooh, I like how she said automotives.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the science of it. I like it very much indeed. There's lots of other suggestions that we could be just rifling through right now.
But we want to play.
I feel like we know. I feel like we know what's up.
Yeah.
I think it's Japanese Friendship Garden.
Oh, deal. Okay. Japanese Friendship Garden it is. Japanese Friendship Garden. Boom, done.
Marcus, hit him.
If you would, ladies and gentlemen, make up the name of a record label. So if you had your own record label and you're like, duh, go ahead and hit us with what that name would be.
Mhm.
This suggestion is, of course, brought to you by the spaces, the little vinyl. When you look at a record, the little lines in between where the songs are, the tracks. It's the grooves.
Yeah.
So that's who brought you this. It's specifically the grooves, not who makes them, but just those grooves.
We were contacted by Record Grooves. They said, will you put us on? We feel like people aren't really paying much attention to the groove anymore. They kind of like read the label and they look at the outside, but the grooves don't get any love. So this one's going out to the grooves.
Absolutely. Oh, we've got Type 3 from Marie Murataya, offering us a beautiful suggestion of Type 3. Also, Coffee and Strings.
Coffee and Strings.
That feels jazzy to me.
That does feel jazzy. I like it.
Yeah. I think we're gonna go Coffee and Strings. Much respect.
Pull that trigger, my friend.
Boom. Why hesitate?
Name a historical event. Any historical event will suffice.
We'll take any of them.
This segment is brought to you by Night Terrors. Now listen, I know what you're thinking. Night Terrors? You're going to sell me on that? Think of it this way. Dreams wouldn't be quite as good without the Night Terrors. So once you've had a night terror, those dreams seem 53% better. And that's science.
That's right. Oh, wow. The Great Dolphin Sighting of 1848.
Wow. That sounds real. That sounds
GDS.
Birkenstock sand.
Also beautiful.
Right. The great Birkenstock sand that we all remember from history class.
We can't forget it.
Marie, I'm really only interested in looking at Marie's suggestions tonight. I know that kind of excludes a lot of people. So thank you for bearing with us, everybody. But we're kind of doing an all Marie suggestion night. It's kind of a theme. Eisenhower,
it's a show for Marie.
Yeah, right. Winning the presidential election. She's audience member of the month, which is why we're doing it this way.
That's right.
Right. And
hey, Mom.
Revlon releasing their first line of lipstick. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Representation. All right. What do you like, Marc?
I like Eisenhower, TBH.
You can say the whole word. He's being honest, folks. Let's go with Eisenhower winning the presidential election.
Eisenhower.
So to review, kitties and cats, we have Japanese Friendship Garden. We have Coffee and Strings. We have Eisenhower winning the presidential election. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And now, please enjoy.
The rigmarole.
I'd been playing my stand-up bass at Coffee and Strings for who knows, kitties and cats. It had been at least a year now, and I like to sort of mouth the words as I played along to the song, and the words that never came through. I was trying out a new technique where I got my hands very close together and while I played the bass, and sometimes I just stop and then I start again. Today was special because my girl Sheila, my main dish, my main squeeze, my way out of sight Aphrodite, was going to come on down to Coffee and Strings to check out my stand-up bass.
You know, Sheila,
You're my main coffee. You're my main squeeze. You're my main juice in my glass, Sheila. And like I got to say, you're the toast inside the oven that's warm and crispy.
I liked it when you said my name into the microphone.
So, well, thanks. Well, being a bassist and being a jazz player, I can say your name into a microphone nearly every night if you like.
This coffee place is the hippest, happiest place that I've ever been in. And you probably know this about me because we met but I live on a farm.
Well, Sheila, guess what? Right now, wherever you're from and wherever you're living, right now you're sitting at my personal table here, okay? And so whatever you need when you're in the city, you let me know. And hopefully whatever I need when I'm in the farm, I'll let you know.
Wesley, I'm a little embarrassed to admit, but you're my very first boyfriend, and I guess I never thought I would have one until I was walking that day on the edge of town, and you were driving by in your old GMC pickup truck with your big bass in the back of the pickup truck, and I just thought, who is that man there in the pickup truck?
That's Wesley Witherford. That's who it is.
And just whenever I walk home from school, I always think about I'm got to do my community college homework tonight, but I'm also looking to maybe meet a boy so I can have a first boyfriend because my dad is so sheltered. He's little, nice pickup truck.
Hey there, young lady. I'm a bass player for a jazz band. My name's Wesley.
Are you talking to me?
You're over 18, right?
Yeah, I go to Oxford Community College right here, down the road. It's a 4-mile walk, but I don't have a nice GMC pickup truck to be riding around in, so I walk and I talk to myself. It's kind of my therapies.
Oh, well, if you don't mind me interrupting your therapy, I've got a nice GMC pickup truck. I'd love you to hop right in and ride shotgun with me.
What's that big thing in the back there?
Oh, that? That's my bass. I'm a jazz musician. That's right.
My daddy, he's a farmer. I'm sorry, I think you know how farmers feel about jazz musicians in 1962.
Oh. Well, maybe just give me a chance. Come on down. I've got a special spot I think you'd really enjoy.
I will give you a chance. My name is Ella Mae Louise Hesher.
Ella Mae Louise Hesher?
That's right.
I think this is the start of something beautiful.
I never had a boyfriend before. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ella Mae.
Yeah, Pa?
Ella Mae, you smell. What's that smell I smell? What's that smell I smell, Ella Mae? Where you been?
Oh, Pa, I got a confession, Pa. It's coffee. You're smelling coffee grounds, Pa.
Ellie Mae, that better not be no coffee shop where men be working.
Men don't just be working there, Pa. They also be playing jazz music, Pa.
Oh my God, Ellie Mae, if I heard you correctly, I'm gonna have to get up out of my lazy boy chair and come into that room. Now don't tell me you said they'd be playing jazz music.
This house has the thinnest walls ever. It's traumatizing to me.
Well, it also has a very open concept, Ellie Mae. Your mother and I chose it because we thought the feng shui was rather good.
Well, Pa, I'm telling you, I'm 22 years of age and I'm about to graduate with a bachelor's degree in science and hermetology. And I shall emancipate myself and be my own woman because in the state of Kentucky, you are allowed to leave after 18.
LMA, if you get to rambling in my kitchen again, I'll emancipate yourself for you. Now, I can't believe you would disrespect me. You know there's two things that I don't want you doing. Dating boys and especially dating jazz musicians. It's kind of all one and the same, but I really don't like it when they're paired together.
Oh, Pa, I ain't dating no boy. I'm dating a man named Wesley.
Damn it.
Hey, Hey, Wesley. Listen, I see you driving around town in your pickup truck.
This is GM.
You know me, I'm Ernie. I own Coffee and Strings over there. And,
Of course I know you, Ernie. You be signing my paychecks when I play.
well, absolutely. I just, I have a very low self-image, so I always think that people forget who I am.
I know, you're telling me.
I didn't expect you to remember who I was, but now that you remember that I am the one who signs your paychecks, I'm happy that you do remember me.
Well,
So
if I can confide in you, Ernie, I had to meet you 5 or 6 times before I even remembered your face. And usually I remember faces like that.
I have a very forgettable face. I have been told that on many occasions. In fact, there is a scientific sort of equilibrium to my face. Some people are scientifically beautiful. I am scientifically forgettable. Just the way my face is constructed. To most people, they remember it as a black, like a void.
Well, you know what, Ernie? It's very coincidental that I would run into you here at the laundromat, isn't it? Let me just get my comforter out real quick. The buzzer just went off.
Hey, listen, I need you to up the. Go ahead, get your comforter.
No, I'm listening.
Let me help you fold it.
I appreciate that. I was just gonna ball it up.
Oh no! Give me those corners. All right, here we go. Oh wait,
Here we go. Let's go hot dog. Let's go hot dog first.
Let's go hot dog.
Well, I mean, you could still tell me what your proposition is, Ernie.
Well, look, I just need you. Go ahead, take it.
Thank you. And I think I got it from here.
It's hot.
I know it's down, so it really holds the heat.
Oh, it does. It holds the heat in. Yeah. So listen, all these songs that you've been singing, and the words that you're mouthing on stage, it's profanities, and people can, and even though you're just mouthing it, Coffee and Strings is a non-profanity type of place. Even though it's jazz, it's coffee jazz. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be saying like things like that when you're up on stage like that, man.
Well, here's the thing, Ernie. I apologize about that. I didn't know people were paying that close attention to my mouth.
We got a lot of lip readers here in Wickershaw.
Well, there's a big deaf community in Wickershaw.
Yeah, and they love coffee and they love the vibrations of jazz.
They sure do.
Gwen, I just feel like there's no friendship in our relationship anymore. It's like we used to be best friends. We started dating, and then all of a sudden the friendship just feels gone. And I just, yes, we have excellent relations. Yes, we throw great parties. Yes, we are the toast of our friend circle. Yes.
Oh. To just kind of highlight one of those points, at our last event that we threw for Arbor Day, I had a fondue out that 5 of your friends came up to me and they said, "Gwen, what is in that fondue?" And I said, "Oh, it's a secret recipe. I can't tell you." And they insisted. They said, no, you have to tell me because it's so good. And it's making the party.
Yes, Gwen. And it did. It did. And especially because it was a fondue party. So that was an essential element of the party. And you nailed it. The chocolate fountain, all of it. It's great. But Gwen, you're not hearing me. There's no friendship in our relationship anymore. And I just, I wish there was some kind of place we could go to rekindle it,
Is there a place you have in mind? Because I would go anywhere.
Well, if we don't get it back, Gwen, it's over for us. Can't you feel it?
Yes, I can feel it. That's why I'm saying I would be willing to take any sort of, I would go to any building or location. I would go to a place. I would go to a venue.
Oh shit, look at this. look at this. Look at this, right in Variety. It's Japanese
friendship garden.
Friendship garden. Japanese friendship garden. We were just talking about.
Because we had a lack of friendship, and then this serendipitously appears as a place where we could rekindle friendship.
Yes, Gwen. Yes. God damn it. Are you thick? Yes.
Yeah, I think if you pay attention right now, this is the reason for our lack of friendship. I'm blaming you outright.
I did it again, didn't I?
Yeah, you did the thing. Yeah.
I did it.
You did the thing. You did.
Hey, what's up? My name is Greg. Welcome to Japanese Friendship Garden.
Hi, Greg. I'm Gwyneth. This is my. Well, you introduce yourself.
Okay. Most people call me Chachi, so you can call me Chachi.
Most people do not call him Chachi. He just wants most people to call him Chachi.
It's a new nickname that I'm working on. I feel like the TV show ran its anyway. Just it doesn't matter. He's the host guy at the Japanese Friendship Garden. What does it matter if he uses my real name? You could call me Chachi.
Fine. Okay. Fine. Okay.
Okay. I'm good with that. I'm good with calling you Chachi. That's fine.
Well, if he's going to change his name to Chachi, can I change my name?
Absolutely. We are. This is a non-judgmental zone when it comes to that.
Well, do you have a good Japanese name I could have?
Sure. Why don't you take Yoshimitsu?
Yoshimitsu, I like that. That sounds like it probably means crane song. Is that right? It means crane song.
Okay, I'm sorry. Was it Greg? Glenn? It's Greg. Okay.
His name is Greg.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, you can see this is why we're here. Also, you and I, we have this. Like, I feel like I'm looking in a mirror. Anyway,
you guys do look a lot alike.
Yeah. So, do you have a better name for me? Because now that hers is like cool and Yoshimitsu, I feel like maybe I could get a better name.
No. You pick Chachi. Stick with Chachi.
Okay, Yoshimitsu, Chachi.
Yeah.
I can see what's going on why you're here. I can see why you're here. Now, look, you've paid the $150. So let's just take a deep breath. Okay, Yoshimitsu, this happens sometimes. It's okay. Sometimes we just need to start like at negative step one. Okay, breathing, right? So as you work your way through the friendship garden, it's important to continue to breathe all the time, the whole time that you're in there, okay? And I think...
Chachi, look at that bonsai tree.
Okay, do you remember what he said? Do you remember what he said about breathing slowly and normally like a normal person? I feel like you're getting like lightheaded or like you look dizzy.
I just am overwhelmed by the beautiful size of a miniature bonsai tree, which is also juniper in nature.
That's good. That really is a nice bonsai tree. You know what? When you call me Chachi, it really I like it. Does it for me? I feel like. Come here. No kissing. Excuse me. No kissing in the Japanese friendship garden. We see you. There's no kissing. Okay, this isn't a makeout zone.
I'm Yoshimitsu. I can do what I want.
So, Wesley, now that I grabbed my stuff and I ran away and my dad chased us down the road, where are we going to live and what should we do? And also, am I going to be okay? Because I feel I'm having second thoughts about it.
Well, you're having second thoughts. I didn't even think you'd make it this far. I have a camper shell that I can put on the back of the GMC, but that's only when it rains. I save that for the rainy nights. Other than that, I sleep under the stars, baby. That's how I do it.
Sleep under the stars? I thought you had like a camper shell. You just said you had a camper shell. I thought maybe you had a house or something. Are you homeless, Wesley? Are you like a homeless jazz musician?
Oh, it's homeless. I have a table at Coffee and Strings. I have my own table. And I have a camper shell that I keep in the back of Coffee and Strings, like I said, for when it rains. It's kind of a shared camper shell, so I don't always get it, but it's
okay. Well, you know what? I think I can actually make that work. I just want to let you know that my tuition for Oxford Community College is due tomorrow. At noon, and it's $514. So my dad was going to pay it, but now that I ran away with you, I was just like, okay, I just want to let you know.
You're going to let me know? Now you're in a place where you're going to jeopardize your education because you wanted to run away with a jazz musician? And now you're letting the said jazz musician know that you need money for tuition so that your life doesn't have to go down the toilet? Well, this is all too much for me to handle.
You're speaking of yourself in the third person like you don't approve of your own personality or character. So this is giving me some pause right now.
Whoa, I approve of everything Wesley does, but I'm just letting you know that Wesley can't be taking care of some community college Oxford person. I think a grant, maybe applying for a grant would be up your alley. I think you should.
How dare you call me a community college Oxford person? We are the fighting troublemakers. And don't you forget it, Wesley B-Boop.
All right, I won't.
That's right, Dwight Eisenhower, the new president of the United States of America. Dwight Eisenhower is going to be making a whistle stop tour through Waukesha, Wisconsin today. Just like every president does, and every 4 years. But that's not what we're talking about today. What we're talking about is Eisenhower behind the scenes, in the Oval Office, the man himself, the behemoth. Day one, what type of executive orders will he sign? We put our old-timey cameras. Well, they're current now, but one day they'll be old-timey inside the Oval Office, and we captured this man. This footage may be disturbing to certain people because Eisenhower seems to dodder around and scribble inside of a book with a silly look on his face. But don't you worry. He's the man for the job. You elected him, didn't you? Dwight Eisenhower, a documentary behind the scenes.
Jeff, look, we can't let these old documentary footage of Eisenhower out. If this stuff gets out, everybody's going to know that he was such a strange and doddering old fool from day one.
You know what, Dan? I couldn't agree with you more. I'm afraid that if we get this information out, it could change the perception of history and could have a great impact on our future.
Yeah, I think so too. Is Wendy sleeping? Is that why you're doing that?
She had a long day at the office. Her boss actually, he came up to her and he told her personally she was not invited to have any of the donuts in the break room. And you know how it is. FedEx corporate,
things get a little dicey.
Okay, great. I do want to hear the rest of how that turns out, but let's just put a pin in it because we got a serious situation to handle. Now, the term on the clause is going to expire, and these documentary footages are going to be released to the public. The New York Times is going to go run with it, and everyone's going to run with it. So we have to figure out a way. Look, if you can you just go in the other room so that you don't wake her up? I feel like I have to whisper. And
The dog's in there. Marty's asleep in there. We can't. I don't want to wake up Marty. He's got a very regimented schedule. If his circadian gets off, I'm gonna have a wild dog in my hand.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's just meet at the office then. We'll go over all the details and we'll be able to handle it in person.
The car's actually the car's in the shop. I had to take the car in the shop because I was hearing kind of like a every time I would start it.
I got it. It's 9 miles out of my way. It's 9 miles out of my way, but I'll swing by. I'll pick you up. We'll be at the office by 2 a.m. We got to handle this.
Well, Jeff, but the mechanic said that the sound is probably something we could deal with within the next couple of days. It's really it's fixable. It's fixable.
What is Jeff, what's really going on with you?
I've been kicked out of my home, and I'm living in a Starbucks.
Oh, Jeff, again?
Hey, Wendy, hi. Happy Monday. You may notice if you walk by the break room, there is a fresh box of Krispy Kreme donuts. Now, I would like to say this gently, and I would like to say this in a manner that will not get me any sort of recourse with HR. But Wendy, you are not welcome to the donuts.
Okay. First of all, yeah, HR is going to hear about this immediately, but do you want to file a reason along with your grievance? Donald?
Wendy, the reason being is last time, you noticed how people were cutting the Costco muffins in half, right? They were cutting them in half not so that everyone could have half of multiple muffins. They were doing it because the office staff is rather large, okay? And the amount of muffins was rather small.
Donald, the cut in half technique is employed so that someone can easily hold a half a muffin at a time. No one wants to hold a whole muffin and eat it face first, okay? It's a holding issue. So that's really not the point. The point is that it's a holding issue, and then you're able to easily eat it. Now, if you're saying I took more than my fair share of Costco muffins, I'd like you to prove it, Donald. I'd like you to prove it.
Well, Wendy, we do have footage of the break room as the entire FedEx campus is under constant surveillance, right? You signed the disclosure agreement, right? Yeah, I know. Wendy, I know it feels harsh, but this is how it has to be.
I cannot lose another job due to break room etiquette. It is not gonna look good on any of my. I lied to get in here. They didn't know about all the other stuff I've done. Donald, I have a problem.
Wendy, where was the last place you worked?
Oscar Mayer Wieners.
Oh, Lord. Hey, break room! It's Break Room Dan, and I'm ready for a lunchtime fun.
Me too, Dan. Oh my God, this is so fun. What do you got in mind?
Who's
We're
this?
gonna take our shirts off and put frosting on our nipples and lick them off each other. Let's get crazy, you guys.
What in the
Like
world?
a long week.
Wendy. Okay. Here's the thing. Break Room Dan does fun skits for people. Okay.
I know, I'm like in the skit now. Break Room Dan. Everyone's watching. Everyone, I'm in the skit with Break Room Dan now.
Wendy, if you don't let Break Room Dan do his weekly skit, I swear to God, I will do everything in my power to fire a grievance with the managers. I will.
Okay, fine. I don't have to. Fine, I don't have to be in your. Fine, I don't have to be in it. I don't have to be in it. No, forget it.
Whoa, Wendy,
Nobody
hey,
Minor Wiener understands me, Wendy. I'm Wendy. Okay,
Wendy,
I'm fucking Wendy.
why don't you go back to Home Depot, huh? Where you used to work, Wendy?
And then they disparaged Home Depot, and it just like went worse, and it got worse and worse from there. So listen, Donald, I can't. Okay, who else knows about this?
Only essentials.
Who has the tape,
So
or the thumb drive, or the digital media?
well, Ted, head of security, keeps the master copy of the tape. Okay.
So he had seen it then, or
I'm sorry.
has Ted seen it? Has he seen it?
Ted actually clipped out the portion where you ate the muffins, and he told me about 15 minutes ago he's uploading it to YouTube.
There's like a super cut of all the muffins I ate.
Yeah, so it seems like you got a taste of every flavor, and Ted actually titled the video "The Flavor Saver" because you.
That's
Which
not
I thought
funny. That's what's not funny.
no, I from your perspective, I'm sure it's not funny. You have to understand, for me, who was also a little miffed that I didn't even get, a full half of a lemon poppy seed. I thought it was funny,
Look,
but I'm sorry. I hate to do this.
Donald, I have admitted I have a problem, but clearly, based on everything that's gone on over the last hour or so, you have a real problem with watching what everyone does around the office. So why don't you just look inside yourself? I think it was good, Donald, that she told you that. I think starting therapy was a good idea. Donald, tell me, have you always been a rambler?
Can I explain it in song? Lord, I was born a rambling man. Out here living, trying to truck through all the cans. Lord, I was born a rambling man. And sometimes living, I'm doing the best I can. When winter comes and summer's grand, Lord, I was born a rambling man. Does that help, Doctor?
Orderlies, come in here, please. We have
Yes, Doctor.
We have an insane man. We have a man who's lost his mind. He's quoting Rambling Man and needs to be taken away quite quickly.
Perfect. I am excited.
Donald, don't fight it. Donald,
Lord.
Donald, this is the best thing for you. Okay? You have devolved into saying lyrics from songs and misquoting the Allman Brothers, and this is a sure sign of orderlies. Please continue to shake him around.
Lord, yes. I was born a rambling man.
Yes. Good.
Taking the train, trying to make it to the dam.
Gag his mouth. Gag his crazy person mouth.
That's right, Dwight Eisenhower, man of the people, coming this fall to Fox, the Eisenhower tapes. Here's a sneak peek.
Mr. Eisenhower.
You're there.
Oh, I just got the new reports in.
Perfect. Tell me about the economy.
The economy's thriving. Everyone's on the up and up. Miss Eisenhower, are you okay? You look a little brain dead.
No, I'm doing great. I just spent the morning with a crossword puzzle, and then I spent also the other half of the morning reading books about Germany. As you can see, it's influenced my pattern of speech.
Hey, turn that camera off. Turn that camera off. This is not good. We don't need this on film.
I'll shut it off.
That's cool, Grandpa. So you were the guy in the Oval Office who was filming the secret documentary about Eisenhower being elected president, huh?
That's right.
And then,
No, go ahead, grandson.
well, no, after you said I'll shut it off and you closed the old film camera, because that's how they worked. What happened then? What did Eisenhower say then?
Grandson?
It seems like you're having a little disrespect for how Grandpa used to operate his cameras.
I didn't mean any disrespect, Grandpa. It's just that when you told me the story, you mimed like you closed the camera, and I thought, wow, he really knows his cameras.
What? You know what, Charlie? I did know my cameras. Forwards and backwards, inside and out. I was a camera tech first and an operator second. Because what always mattered to me, more than reporting on the president, was the quality of film that came out of that camera.
That's what Mom always said. She said, in my dad's life, it was film, quality of the camera, work, and her.
I barely even remember your mother's name, so that's
it's Daphne, okay, Grandpa? God, you know what?
What?
You don't change. You never changed, and I'm sick of coming here. I'm sick of coming here and sitting with you every Friday from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. You're not a nice old man.
Well, guess what? You're really gonna feel bad when one day I die. One day, I go into the hospital and they say this is just a routine checkup. But then what they find is that I have a very distinct type of mouth cancer. Then you're gonna feel horrible. Okay?
I'm sorry. Your grandpa, he died. He, as you know, had a very distinct form of mouth cancer.
Okay.
Do you feel horrible? I need to write it down for the record.
No. In fact, I feel totally fine. I think it was probably because he told me this was going to happen, and then I really was like, I'm not going to feel bad at all. And you know what? I don't.
Huh. Okay.
No, because he was like so mean to me. He didn't remember my mom's name ever, and
Oh. I actually.
he was in the room when Eisenhower was elected president.
Was he?
Yeah.
My grandfather actually had a similar experience. He voted for Eisenhower, and
Doctor, are you getting emotional
well,
inside?
it's kind of hard to hear that someone who also had a kind of relation to Eisenhower. And I'm sorry. It's your time. Go ahead.
I think I want to change primary care physicians.
What?
Welcome back to Coffee and Strings. Welcome back to Coffee and Strings. Hey, everybody. You know me. I'm the owner here. Ernie.
Hey, who are you?
You guys know me. I'm the owner, Ernie. I've had this place for 15 years. And look, it's not your fault. I got a forgettable face.
Isn't the I thought the owner's name was Tom or Steve? Where's Steve? Isn't Steve one of the owners?
There's never been a Steve. There's never been a Steve owner. You guys I have an announcement.
No, I'm pretty sure that there's a.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't.
No, he said there's not a Steve.
Look, I'm trying to keep it cool and jazzy, and you guys are you're making me tight and unjazzy. Okay. So
Maybe it was like a Rick. Maybe it was a Rick who
Okay,
had
that's
like
it, you're
with
cut
the
off.
fedora.
you're cut off. No more coffee. Hey, Penelope, no more coffee. No more coffee for these two.
Sorry,
That's it.
Tuts. Boss says no more coffee. So yeah, I think I'd be a great coffee waitress. I used to be a hooker, and you know, it's easy to tell when people are thirsty when you're a hooker because they usually say, "I could use something to drink." So I figured that skill could transfer to this job.
Yeah. And my name's Tyreek, and I used to be her pimp. And, you know, we kind of come as a package deal. So we was hoping maybe you would hire her and you would hire me.
Does that sound good?
Are you just going to stand there and stare at us?
Well, if you can tell me my name, I will hire both of you.
Brad Ronfo.
My name is Ernie, you. Get out!
We're in the wrong place. Come on. We're in the wrong place.
After I had picked her up from her farmhouse, we were driving away. She got really emotional, and I just played it cool like I always do, with a little smirk on my face, driving my GMC pickup truck with my stand-up bass in the back. I was trying to field her questions, but she was starting to hush my mellow, and all I could think was skabidi-doo-bop-beep-bop-boo, a skibidi-beep-bop-bee, a bop-bop-beep-bop-boo. I wanted to head down to the Coffee and Strings and do a set because I was working on a new bass line, but now I could tell this chick, she was beautiful. She was from a farm, and yes, she was a science student. But man, it was only going to get more complicated from here.
Oh, look at these two. Look at these two. Oh, okay, Mr. Wesley. You got a girlfriend now, huh? Okay, all right.
That's right. She's my girlfriend, and she's from a farm. She also does science.
Don't tell him everything about me right at the beginning when we walk in.
Her father isn't a particular fan of jazz musicians.
Don't tell that I was being coy before, but now like that. Seriously, don't tell him that because that's gonna get my, you know.
What do you think is going to happen if these jazz musicians know your father's not a fan of jazz musicians?
I just thought that they would prejudge a farm girl because, you know, the whole.
What do you mean her father's not a fan of jazz musicians?
He's a farmer. He doesn't, you know, there's an age-old feud between farmers and jazz musicians. Everybody knows that.
That's right, farm girl. So maybe you're not so welcome here. Maybe you're not so welcome as you think, no matter what Mr. Big Wesley tells you.
What is it with what's the deal here? I mean, I came here to have a coffee and to hear some strings. But it sounds like your band, Wesley, my boyfriend's band, maybe they got a problem with his new girlfriend.
Yeah, Barky, take it easy. Come on, my girlfriend she's a package deal, okay?
Hey, Barky is a nickname my friends call me, and it seems pretty evident that you're no longer gonna be my friend there, Mr. Wesley. You know, you start bringing this girl around here. She's a farmer's daughter. She starts telling us what to do, how to play our music.
Hey,
I didn't
Barky.
tell anybody how to play their music except you, Barky. I said, you know, you could tighten up the beat a little bit. And Seth, I just said, you know, you work on your fingering a little bit. That's all I said. Hey, fuck you, okay? I don't need you, okay? I'm Seth, okay? I don't need this.
Hey, Seth, if we're being honest, the fingering could could get a little smoother, and Barky, we could be a little more locked in on the tempo. I mean, come on, she knows.
Are you kidding me, Wesley? Are you kidding me right now? I was the fingering champion of Kentucky 1961, which was last year, if you don't remember, because my fingering is excellent.
And ladies and gentlemen, we present to you 1961's fingering champion of the world. Yeah.
Hey, before I go out there, when you bring me up, I'm changing my name to 40 S's and then F. So it's pronounced and just hold it for as long as your breath can make it, right? And then right before you say my name, right when you say my name, I'm going to come out a fingering.
That's the type of showmanship these rinky-dink operations have been missing. Okay?
What's my name?